My wife playfully teased about being unfaithful with my best friend, right in front of everyone. She couldn't have predicted my next move. It was meant to be a light-hearted evening, filled with joy and ease. We'd gathered a few friends for a cozy dinner at our place. The living room glowed with warmth, soft music humming in the background, and the clink of glasses punctuated lively conversations. I'd just finished grilling steaks outdoors while Hannah arranged the dining table. She looked radiant that night in a simple blue dress, her hair swept up, her smile bright as she thrived in her role as host. After nearly 6 years of marriage and almost a decade together, I thought I knew her completely, her laughter, her vulnerabilities, the subtle signs when she was keeping something from me. Or so I believed. My best friend Mark arrived with his girlfriend, Olivia. Mark and I went way back to college, sharing countless memories, heartbreaks, late-night cram sessions, job searches, even starting our first ventures together. He was like family. I trusted him without question. And I trusted Hannah. Or I did, until that night. The evening started off as expected, with laughter over old stories and playful jibes about our college days. Mark teased that I was too uptight, saying Hannah had softened me over time. Everyone chuckled. But as the drinks flowed, the humor grew sharper, more cutting. Olivia poked fun at Mark's old flirting habits, before he'd settled down with her. Hannah joined in, laughing, "Oh, I remember that side of Mark. He had a way of charming everyone back then." The room giggled. Then Mark, with a playful grin, turned to her and said, "What, even you?" The look she gave him, I'll never forget it. A fleeting glint in her eyes, something far from innocent amusement. Then she smirked, "Please, if I'd wanted to, I could have had you in a heartbeat." The room fell quiet for a split second before she laughed it off, saying, "Kidding, guys, relax." But the mood had changed. Olivia let out a forced chuckle. Mark's smile was strained. "And me?" I sat there, sensing that her words weren't a joke at all. They say you can feel when something's wrong, even if you can't pinpoint why. That moment broke something in me. I told myself not to overanalyze, alcohol loosens tongues, after all. But the rest of the night, I couldn't shake the unease. Every glance between them felt loaded, every laugh too sharp. After our guests left, I asked softly, "What was that comment about?" She rolled her eyes, poured another drink, and scoffed, "Seriously, Alex? You're jealous over a silly joke? Grow up." Her tone was dismissive, almost mocking, as if I were some paranoid husband inventing problems. I let it go, but sleep wouldn't come. I kept replaying that moment, her look, her timing, that smirk. It didn't feel accidental. It felt intentional, weighted. Days later, I made a choice I never imagined I would. While she was in the shower, I picked up her phone. I hated myself for it. I'd never invaded her privacy before, but my instincts screamed for answers. At first, everything seemed fine. Texts with friends, family, colleagues. Then I saw Mark's name. Their messages weren't frequent, but they weren't harmless either. Private jokes, late-night chats, a few suggestive emojis. One message stopped me cold. "We probably shouldn't tease like that in front of them again. LOL. My pulse raced. I scrolled further. Another text from her. "Chill, Alex is too trusting." I don't know how long I stared at that screen. My entire world crumbled silently. My marriage, my friendship, my reality, it all felt like a deception. When she emerged from the shower, I was perched on the bed's edge, her phone in my hand. I didn't shout or cry. I just asked, calmly, "How long?" She froze, her towel slipping slightly as she processed the scene. Then she saw the phone. Her face drained of color. "It's not what you think," she whispered, her voice shaking. I repeated, "How long, Hannah?" She broke down, sobbing, insisting it was a one-time mistake, that it never meant to go so far. She said it started as harmless flirting, that she craved the attention, that my long work hours left her feeling alone. But her excuses couldn't pierce the fog of betrayal. My mind replayed every shared moment, dinners, laughs, memories, now tainted. That night, I packed a bag and left for my brother's place. I poured out the whole story to him. He sat there, stunned, saying nothing. The next morning, I filed for divorce. Hannah called relentlessly, begging to talk. She even showed up at my office, sobbing in the lobby, swearing she'd do anything to make it right. But some things can't be undone. Broken trust doesn't mend, it scars. Mark tried contacting me too, but I blocked him. I didn't want apologies or excuses. I didn't need it just happened or we were drunk. Losing her wasn't the hardest part. It was realizing the two people I trusted most had conspired against me. That pain lingers, sharp and unrelenting. For months, I felt like I couldn't breathe, each day a reminder of my blindness. Friends said I'd move on, find someone new, heal. But healing isn't just time's work, it's acceptance. Accepting you were deceived, manipulated, that the person you loved wasn't who you thought. The cruel irony. That night she made the cheating joke, I think she wanted to be caught. Maybe the guilt weighed too heavy, or maybe she thought I was too gullible to suspect her. Either way, her flippant remark became her confession and my awakening. Later, mutual friends shared that Mark and Hannah's fling fizzled out once the secrecy ended. She moved to another city, trying to start fresh. I rebuilt my life, slowly, painfully, leaning on work, family, and rediscovering who I am without her. It wasn't easy, but I learned a vital truth. Sometimes, reality unveils itself in the most unexpected moments. That night, she thought she held all the cards, laughing, confident, smug. She didn't realize one careless sentence would unravel her hidden truth. She assumed I'd brush it off with a laugh. Instead, I walked away, never looking back. And I learned that sometimes, the greatest revenge isn't rage or confrontation. It's silence. It's peace. It's the quiet certainty of finally seeing someone for who they truly are.